And let's bring in Jim Gallant, a negotiator with the Canadian Union of Postal Workers. Jim, thanks very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us on.
With your response, the union's response right now, how do things look with the negotiations?
Well, we still are reviewing, but like you said, but the changes, it's funny to watch. You mentioned one of them. They're offering a corporation that's crying poor and saying they lost all this money are offering bonuses to people to sign a collective agreement. We think that the number's probably around $40 million in bonuses that they want to give out. And it's something we didn't ask for. We asked for things like, to improve our dental care or maybe massage therapy, put our hourly rate up. And Canada Post said no to most of those things. And instead, here they are offering, a huge amount of money for people to sign collective agreements. Why not make the collective agreement good enough to sign in the first place? Why offer money to hold your nose and agree to something? But that's the game that Canada Post is playing at this point. They're offering very little, and they're asking for everything. They want to take away rights that we've had for sometimes 5 years and sometimes 50 years.
What are some of those rights that they're talking about taking away?
They want to take away things like ownership of route, where I'm your letter carrier and I'm your letter carrier every day. I know when I get to work that I'm going to do a certain set of streets. I know where the dogs are. I know where the elderly people are that I check in on every day. But instead, Canada Post wants to make it that I'm not on that route every day. I'm just in the area. They want to make it so there's no ownership of your route, and it's hard to take pride in a job like we do when there's no ownership. The things like overtime, extended hours for part-timers, and they want to under our collective agreement, there's supposed to be a maximization of full-time work, and they want to make it so they can make a lot of part-time jobs.
Now, it sounds like the two of you are still far apart. What's next?
Well, my understanding is we're gonna meet with the Minister of Jobs this afternoon and the Secretary of Labor. We're gonna have a meeting with them to see kind of what the next steps are. We're trying to battle an information gap. Canada Post is pushing to our members. When they go to work, they have little data terminals that they scan parcels with. Canada Post is pushing their message out to those data terminals. There's TVs in the workplace. It's something like back in the 50s and 60s when they were pushing out popcorn ads at the theaters. That's what our members are seeing. They're actually stopping them from doing their work and sitting them in front of or standing them in front of TVs and pushing out Canada Post's message. We think that's an unfair labor practice. We don't have that access to our members. And we're trying to get to talk to the Minister of Procurement about that, but the minister seems to be not answering our calls.
Okay.
Mr. Lightbound Minister Lightbound needs to get our side of the story. He's only talking to Canada Post at this time.
Okay. Jim, thank you very much for joining us.